Welcome back to me playing Tomb Raider across 3 different systems. Today I am playing through the Cistern, one of the more interesting levels where there's a lot of different mechanics and puzzles going on. It's all about water levels. You'll see what I mean if you don't already know this game. And I'm playing today's video on the remastered version on Steam. So let's just get into it. Back to this loading screen again after last time seeing it from the bottom of the mountain. And yep, so I'm forgetting just how sort of dark it looks. I think I pushed this through as well because I think I want to be able to climb on top of this. Yeah, I was correct. Yeah, this is where we're going. Right. Oh yeah. Part of the issue I'm having today is just the level of brightness in this room. It's quite a bright day as it is, and it's making a bit of difference. Like, I know this level quite well. Like, for example, I know that 2 rats come out of there. And we don't need to go in here, but there's a large medipack. So, you know, I know the level quite well, but I think I'm going to struggle with lighting levels today. Just a combination of my vision. So I don't want to miss any items and stuff. But yeah, this level is very, very cool. Again, done very well in the remaster version. If I can show you, like, you know, that so much more plain than what it is now. But oh, 2 crocodiles. There you are. So let's get rid of them straight away. I believe there's a rat. Yeah, as I thought, kind of walking around the floor. Might be able to get better. Oh, Jesus! I forgot there was a rat up on that ledge. I just got pushed off. Oh, luckily it wasn't as big of a fall as I thought it was. Otherwise that would have been a very quick first death in this run. Got very lucky there. Yeah, I've not actually died in this run yet, surprisingly. Switching between different versions and having certain issues like brightness and such. Something on the screen there, that's annoying. Yeah. I'll get you. Oh, you're gone. And once again, also, we are dealing with Pierre on this level. Wait. I thought I could make that jump. Apparently not. Oh, no. I was trying to do a cool running jump and then land exactly where the key was while flipping round. And, yeah, didn't quite jump properly. So, this level is basically one big puzzle, and the idea is that we have to raise and lower the water to get to certain things here and there, like certain levers, certain keys. Now then going to open up like all the doors that we're going to need, basically. So we got 1 key already, and I can't remember what that key does. Probably opens one of the doors over there, which are the main 2 doors we need to open right now. But what I'm going to do is just try and air out the room a little bit. Take out all of the various rats and Pierre. Now I think Pierre first shows up here in this level. Yep, there he is. Right, he's going to run up there. And that's it. Once I continue shooting, we're good. Already need a health, like a medipack. So that's not a great start. But you know what? It is what it is, and you do get superfluous medipacks in this game. If I was going to show off, I probably would choose to just do it on the PlayStation version only, the one I know the best. Certain there's a rat swimming around in there, usually. And I can't remember what else you actually do in this room first. So yeah, I'm actually, for the first time in this playthrough, I don't know exactly what it is you do, and then, you know, the sequence of things. I know everything to do, but the sequence, that is the part that I'm struggling to recall. Still, I'm not too concerned. Like, I know the level well enough. What's up here? Is it a secret, or is it something I actually need? Secret. God, if I keep going up, I'm going to go back up through the bloody mountain. More medipack. No, more shotgun ammo. They could have just put that in the same pickup, couldn't they? They decided to be awkward. Right, lost a tad of health there. Okay, yeah, I see. I've got it's a platform over there. Platform over here. And then I should be able to reach that. There you go. There's sometimes with Tomb Raider levels, like this one, Venice is a good example of this. What I'll do, so that raises the water level straight away, and I'm wondering if I want to do that yet. I'm gonna do it, but as I was saying, sometimes with Tomb Raider levels, what I'll do instead of just going through the level sequentially, is I'll wander around the entire level, air it out, so to speak, get rid of all the enemies, and then go around and do all the puzzles. This is one of those levels. Could have sworn there were crocodiles that I saw down there. Oh well. Yeah, I thought there was a secret here. Excuse me. Right, okay, this is where I'm struggling. Okay. Yeah, I'm struggling to see there. Completely. And I don't even know if there's more stuff in there than what I just picked up. I was going to climb out, but I actually think this might be a running crab with a jump, usually. Okay, I think we got Pierre to deal with in here again. Where's the key? Oh, that side. Yeah, I think there were 2 rusty keys, and they just open up these 2 doors, and then through these 2 doors we get the 2 golden keys. Yep. If he's still near the edge, I will wait. No, he's not. Okay. Yeah, actually, I just remembered. Pierre shows up in this bit, yes, but it's not until, like, we're in a really compromised position. So, annoying. Yeah, I think it's when we jump to the next ledge that Pierre shows up. Yep. You know what? Let's do that. Okay, forget this. Okay, he's gone again. Burning through the medipacks. Still, that's him gone now. I'm trying to work out if I really wanted to raise the water level before coming in here. I really can't remember. And in a bit, I'm gonna change the camera over and save. Because there is this very awkward magnum clips you can see on that shelf there, that sort of ledge. Really awkward to get to. So I'm gonna save it here. And I might change the camera over. I think the aim here... Oh, I'm trying to remember. Is it a standing jump and you grab? Or is it a running jump at an angle? I think it might be a running jump at an angle. It is such an awkward one. It really is. Running jump at an angle. There we go. I think standing jump and grab would have been wrong. And ultimately, we want to get up there anyway. So I think we can just do a standing jump from here and grab. If we aim it right. There you go. Still haven't died yet in this level. Oh, I know where we are. Crocodile on the floor. Get somewhere where I can really properly see it. Okay. I was holding the walk button, but apparently it decided to let go. Luckily, crocodiles don't take a lot of damage. Another one came out quicker than I expected him to. Pretty sure he only usually shows up when you go through the back here, unless there's a third one. There's a third one. Oh, there you are. Cheeky. Showing up behind me. Right, okay. I think that's all of them. Unless there's like a rat around here now as well. Yeah, there is. Of course there is. So the last level, Palace Midas. That is one that's got so many enemies. It's ridiculous. But yeah, this one's not much better. And then it gets a little bit less in terms of enemies in the next level. But then we get a whole different beast going on. Which, if you know the game really well, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, or if it's like something that you blocked out your memory, then you probably will be surprised when it comes back up again. Okay. Okay. Yep. One thing I haven't talked about, I don't think anyway, is that all of these levels... Excuse me, I was holding control. I was holding the grab button. That's frustrating. Right, while I get back here, I can talk about this. Yeah, all of these levels I sort of tackled at different times of my life. I need to know it's not going to do that again, because there's going to be plenty of times when I'm going to be doing that in a much more dangerous place. So the first few levels, sort of up until about St. Francis's Folly, they are levels that I played predominantly on the Sega Saturn back when I had that, and that was like 98, 99. And I did once get to like Colosseum on that game, but then I gave up, like, on the size of the level put me off like very quickly afterwards. There we go. If I'm not mistaken, I believe there's spikes like right there. Am I wrong? Tilting my head like I'm trying to look around her. No, that's a spike, isn't it? They show up so much better on like the old graphics. If I just quickly show you, yeah, that's a spike. I can see them now. But like in the old thing, they are white with red tips. Ah. Okay, I mean you can see the red tip, but that's it. But like nonetheless, I remember from before there are spikes there. Okay. And then I got to I got a PlayStation later on. Okay, I'm here. Where is here? Oh, here. Okay, this tells me that I was meant to come here without the water being raised, because I should be able to climb those steps and then climb out. Right, it's going to take a bit of figuring out today, I think. Huh. Okay, there's a vat that's loaded, but not loaded to start moving. I think I'm meant to come here when it's dry. Oh dear. Right, yeah, I've really got to figure this stuff out again. As if I haven't played this level before. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Nope. No, definitely you've got to come here when it's dry. So how am I getting out of here? It's down here, isn't it? Two vats, not very, very still. Okay, at least we can get these. Maybe I'm meant to come here when it's dry and when it's underwater, because I don't know how I'd be getting to that lever otherwise, since it's just there. But my memories of levels of the Greek levels after sort of Colosseum onwards, so Colosseum, this one, Palace Midas, and a little bit of Tomb of Tehoken. All my memories of those levels are associated with a different time when we were living in a temporary accommodation in Eastbourne. And that's a very specific sort of memory set, that one. I think that is the first of the two golden keys. And I kind of want to go back there again, like dry up the place and go back there again. So yeah, like I chickened out at Colosseum just based on, I think, the size of the level was what did it. It's not even that big of a level, but after having just done St. Francis's Folly, it felt huge. I wasn't prepared for it. Came back later in life and took on this level and Palace Midas in that place, And then I got to the next set of levels after Tomb of Tohoku, which are Egyptian ones, and just noped out immediately. I didn't like the vibe of the Egyptian levels, and quite frankly, after completing Tomb of Tohoku, I was a little bit unnerved by something I'd seen. So, yeah. The thing that people don't talk about with Tomb Raider is that the first 3 games or so, they border on like horror, or at least they have horror elements. They're not known for being horror games. They're kind of puzzle games with platform elements. But yeah, later levels in the first 3 definitely lend themselves to horror. Right, okay, so we're back in here. I now feel like I've done the right thing in coming through the room one way when it's wet, and now I'll go back through the room the other way when it's dry to be able to access the rest of it. I hope I'm correct. Sorry, where the hecky deck am I? Okay, now I'm literally swimming into walls and I'm getting lost. Right, hang on. Oh! There's another doorway here. So it's probably this one. Oh, I see. Oh, it's something I can't climb out of. So does that mean I gotta go back through the room with the ledges? So I'm probably wasting quite a lot of time now, compared to previous levels where I've been quite effective with my time usage. Not like speed running, but you know, at least knowing what I'm doing. Is that a running jump? Probably, but I can probably curve in the air just to make sure. Yeah, okay. That was quite tight. What you don't want to do is overshoot on a jump like that. What key was it I picked up earlier? Silver key. Oh, sorry, yeah, you get 2 rusty keys, then 2 silver keys, and then 2 gold keys. It's very classic in its layout that way. I was right in thinking that was a running jump with a grab. Okay, back here again. I can hear a rat. I can hear a rat, but I can't see anything. I'm certain Pierre's meant to shop in this room as well. Okay, so that's that. I thought Pierre was meant to shop in this room. I will say, I've actually been enjoying playing the Sega Saturn version of this a lot more than I thought I would. I remember it being quite janky looking compared to the PlayStation version, which a lot of people think is janky looking, but by comparison, it just had a bit more like of a lighter palette, and that made it easier to sort of see what you were doing and such. The Saturn version ended up being quite dark. Some people like that more. They feel like it adds more to the atmosphere, and I actually do agree. What we got? Oh god, that's a lever. God, like I say, I'm really having trouble seeing the screen today, as I thought. Right, okay, maybe now Pierre shows up because that's down on the floor. If Pierre's going to show up, it would be better to deal with him from up here. But I get a feeling he's not going to show up until we're down on the floor itself. Maybe even once we've grabbed the key. That does feel like his style. So where is that key? Oh, there. Okay. There he is. I knew he'd be here. Right, he's going to run off. And there we go. You know when she starts shooting again? Nah, she's lost the lock on him. Okay, cool. So now I think we have 2 silver keys. So what the hell's the other door for then? Because I know we got to go through the other door at some point. Right. Wait, no, that's not right. We want to go back out through here. And hopefully just find our way out. And it's the easy way. We can just go out here. Right, okay, so that's that. I'm now going to go up here and drop through the holes in the floor, which I don't remember why you do it. I literally can't remember what the purpose of doing that is. I feel like it does something where it brings you out to that ledge there, which just has a slope, so there's no point going up there, because that's actually an exit, not an entrance. Yeah, literally gonna work out what it is we're doing. Does Pierre show up again? That's my question. He might well do. And the other question is, do we want the water level up or down? I reckon up. Can't remember. I can't remember. We're going to have the water level up. I think it's going to make a difference to what we're doing in here. Where am I? Okay, this looks like something new. Oh god, I'm getting eaten. I'm just getting munched on by a rat. Excuse me, mate. No, thank you. Yeah. How does it feel to be swimming in your own blood? Believe it or not, I'm vegan. I wouldn't think about like animals in that way at all. But in a game, all bets are off. Get screwed. Okay. Yep, as I thought. This is our second rusty keys. We have 2 rusty keys, 2 silver keys. God. I'm going to save it here. I don't know if this is where I think it is. If there's a crocodile underneath, it is where I think it is. Okay, no, I'm thinking of Tomb of Tehokum. So what is this place? Can we go all the way to the end? Yeah, it looks like we can. 2 rats underneath us. Okay. Is there a thing we pull up and there's a lever, or am I thinking of something else entirely? I'm thinking of something else entirely. There you go. Get out. So what's this place for then? Is it just that there's a big drop? And that's like death if you didn't think to grab the ledge? Maybe? Maybe? Can't really see too well, but it looks like that's it. I think the only purpose of this place was to get the other silver key. In which case, not silver, rusty key. In which case, let's go and put that in and see what that leads us to. I can't remember also if, I think there's 3 secrets on most of the levels. So I think there are 15 levels, 45 secrets in total, which means they average out as 3 each. And I think there's one level which is Lost Valley that has, oh yeah, if I'm not mistaken, no, I'm going to switch to old graphics here. Yeah, spikes directly underneath. So yeah, you needed to come here with the water level up. Oh god, so hard to see. Usually I don't have that complaint about the remastered edition at all. It's just right now. In this situation, in this room specifically. Oh god, right, okay, so when I'm editing this, I'm going to see now I'm just swimming all over the shop and completely lost. I'm going to actually go to the old graphics to see what the hell I'm doing better. Like I say, usually, not an issue. I'm cheating a little bit here. I'm playing the old graphics. The old PlayStation graphics. Okay. Now I can switch back. And we get the other gold key. And then we swim out here. I think we might be greeted by a crocodile. 100%. But I wonder if I've got all the secrets, is the point. Because I know I've got 2 of them. I know where another one is. I'm trying to think. St. Francis's Folly had 4. There's a level later on that's got 2. A level later on that's got 1. Yeah, this. Bear in mind that on the old versions you don't get that little hand telling you that you can push that. But yeah, this is a hell of a cool secret. It even looks cool on the old version, you know. And you got to do this little maneuver to get up here. And I believe, oh, I'm not 100%, but I think those are magnums. If you didn't get them already on the Colosseum. Could be wrong. And I've really made a meal out of this level today. But I also feel like I'm nearly done. I've got the 2 silver keys, which go in here and here. We deal with a horde of lions. Oh wait, we've got 2 silver keys and a gold key. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we deal with a horde of lions. I think it's like 6 lions through here. And a couple of chimps. Oh wait, we're not there yet. No, we go through another door. Okay. Ah, yes, it's coming back to me now. What's this ledge for? We don't need to go on this ledge, I don't think. But you know what? It's kind of handy that it's there because I'm going to turn around and run back to it in a second. Sitting duck, mate. Absolute sitting duck. Okay, now we put the gold key in. Then we get the room that's got, like, the horde of lions. Okay, here we go. There's more than that, isn't there? I'm sure there's more than that. what's this level? What's this bit all about? I think. Okay, that's a pushable block. Uh-huh. I think this is not obligatory. I think you can just go straight to the end of the level when you pull this block out and you can just drop down. But I think there are also... It's not a secret, but it kind of should be. I think there's also a lever on a ledge above where I'm standing now. That's what this block allows you to climb up to. And going through it... Hang on, am I right? Where's that ledge? I wonder if I'm right. Hang on. Sorry. Yeah, there's a ledge up there. And to get to it, we need to really move this block around. Oh wait, there's a lever. Hold on. That might be for something else. Yeah, more lions. I've got to say, with the glowing eyes, it kind of remind me of, like, Nina Alexander from Full Metal Alchemist. Not gonna lie. That would be a very different game. Come on. And another one in the distance. You coming over? Come on, I got some whiskers. Right, okay. Running over for their pouch. Is there a purpose to pulling that lever? Or is it just to get ambushed by lions? Oh! Okay, yeah, that lever closes the door again. I don't know why you'd want that. Again, I could be wasting time here. I really could. Yeah, so we can pull it through. It just sort of clips through the door. Even with the remaster version, it just clips through the door. I love that they kept the kind of... There's like an old jankiness to old Tomb Raider games, you know? And they've done a lot to tidy it up. But some of the other stuff is kind of, you know, nostalgic. And they've kept that in. They've kept some elements of it in. Right, let's find out. Yeah, we can use this to climb this ledge. And I think this takes us to the ledge that's out there. So this wasn't a waste of time. Some rats. Large medipack. Oh, more goodies. Okay, maybe I should explore this ledge a bit, because it turns out there's quite a bit of stuff up here. Nothing over there. Nothing around that corner. I don't know. Well, it was a large medipack and a bunch of magnum clips, so not too shabby. We're going to be using the magnums a lot when we get to Egypt. Like I say, I've done this level before fully with the pistols. I've got the achievement for it, and like it can be done if you just use a few more medipacks. But yeah, big drop with a little bit of scream. 3 secrets out of 3, we're done. Yep. I missed 3 pickups. I can't help but feel that had I been using like the PlayStation version, I might have seen those better. No idea with the Sega Saturn version. Now I hear that this is the level where you can't get one of the secrets. I think it's that 3rd one. Apparently you can't pull that block out. It doesn't register as a pullable block, and so you miss a full secret from it. which must be really frustrating if you were a Sega Saturn player back in the day. Anyway, now we're going to find out what system or what version we're going to play of the next level, Tomb of Tohoku. Alright, let's find out what it is. Always the exciting part for me, personally. It's going to be the Sega Saturn version, it looks like. Sega Saturn version it is. That's going to be the next time on this series, me playing Tomb of Tohoku on the Sega Saturn version. I'm quite looking forward to it. There's a particular enemy I'm very looking forward to in that version of the game that I've not yet seen. So I'll be seeing it for the first time as part of this series. And that'll be in the next video, so please join me for that. Otherwise, if you haven't already checked out the rest of this series, then do so. Like I say, I've been playing different versions of this. The Sega Saturn version has been very interesting to go back through, but I am also playing through the PlayStation and Remastered versions because, like, I want to just kind of do this through one time. No, I might, maybe, I don't know. Who knows what I'll do later on in, like, say, live streams or whatever. But in terms of an actual series, I just want to go through this the one time. Do check out the rest of the channel for more video games like this and old retro games, as well as music discussion and a whole bunch of stuff that I've been doing on Anglo-Romany if that's your interest. And until next time, have a good one.